What are we doing? How are we coping at the moment? To say that this last week has been pretty tough is an understatement, to say the least. I will say I'm not gonna get hugely into depth about it just because there are so many people talking about every aspect of what's happened. I just kind of want to speak to my community and put some positivity out there for us and allow us to have a space that we can all heal from a lot of the hard things that are going on. As someone who really cares about mental health, I know myself and a lot of people, when you are in a really dark state of mind, you can't really do a whole ton outside of yourself. And I think right now is a really important time to go by airplane rules. Put your oxygen mask on before putting on everybody else's. Make sure that you're okay because you will be able to help so much more, if not for yourself, for the people that you care about, for the communities that you care about. You need to care about yourself first. So here are a couple things that I've been doing this last week to take care of myself and my mental health, and hopefully some of these can help you too. Also to say to my girls, you're so loved. You're so important. Your thoughts and your feelings are so valid. This has been such a weirdly introspective time. To be a woman is so complex, and there are so many beautiful things about womanhood. I've said it so many times, and even through all of this, I will say I love being a woman. The sisterhood that I have with the women in my life, and most all women everywhere. As much as we live really different lives and all have unique different thoughts and mentalities, we all have a very shared experience, and there's so many different ways that we can connect and relate to one another. I will always hold my hand out for any woman that needs me, any woman in my life that needs me, any woman outside of my life that needs me. I just really, really love being a woman, and I just so thoroughly love all the women around me. So this is just me saying to any girl or any woman who watches this, please, dear God, take up space. There are so many people in your corner, including me, including your loved ones, your mothers, your sisters, your cousins, your aunts, your friends, your teachers, your health professionals. There are so many people all around you that if you need a hand, we are here and we care. So this is all to say, speak out, be loud. I know for so many of us women, we've been told for so long to not rock the boat, to not be argumentative, to not be confrontational, whether it be told to us explicitly or just really heavily implied. This is a time for this to be done. Being confrontational and speaking out loud about the things that you care about and the things that are important. And even if they're not important and you just care and you're happy, that's important as well. Speak out, reach out, fight for, and just be there for your fellow woman, fellow man, fellow person. Let's do this, and let's do it together. Good morning. It is bright and early, clearly, but the sun is out today and it's blue out. So the first thing that, especially on days like this, the first thing that I try and do is get outside, see the sunlight, even though it's really cold. It's just gonna spike your dopamine in a really nice way, just because from seeing the sun and getting that vitamin D and just feeling the fresh air on you, it's gonna make you feel so much better, just generally, as it makes me feel a lot better, hence why I'm out here. Allow yourself to feel your feelings, and journaling is a really amazing way to allow yourself to do that in a really safe space. I truly believe that journaling is one of the best mental health practices that you can give yourself. It really allows you to clarify how you feel and sometimes show you avenues that you can go down to fix and deal with the things that you're going through, as well as lets you take things off your shoulders. Putting pen to paper is really cathartic, and it lets you take some of the bigger thoughts or feelings out of your head and onto something else.
I know it's been said a million times, but exercise will absolutely help your mental health. But I would say there are specific kinds of exercises that you should do depending on how you're feeling. When in your luteal phase or just feeling some really overwhelming feelings, I would really recommend some more softly toned exercises. Think a really easy yoga flow, a long walk. I really love yoga for this just because it allows you to pay attention to your body and think muscle to muscle. You stretch and you give your body room and space, and it lets you take your mind off your thoughts, but in a way that is very loving and caring for your body. When you're feeling upset or when you feel stuck, I would recommend a more hard-toned exercise. Think of a really intense HIIT workout or gym session, or a really high-intensity run, something physically difficult. You have to let yourself only pay attention to the task at hand. This allows you to practice being present and get away from those feelings enough to look at them a bit more objectively and start thinking more proactively about them once you come back to it. Good morning. I'm trying to be better about making myself feel better in little things that I can actively do throughout the day. And one of them is getting ready properly in the morning. So today, this is gonna be a little chatty, get ready with me morning routine kind of thing. I straightened my hair this last week, aka like a day ago. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's really quite nice. I felt like I just really needed something new in my life. And if that was just changing my appearance slightly for the next couple days, that would be perfect. It's really helped. Yeah, I feel better about looking a little bit different than I did last week. I'm using, once again, my little like tacha. I quite like that you can really use like a dime-sized bit. Just really spreads really well. I still use this Glossier Lid Star from like years and years ago. Gonna put a little bit of this roller lash on also. Brows, I don't need to do a whole ton, but I like for the insides of my brows to be a little bit darker just because they don't always match very much. I use my tried and true Anastasia brow definer. It's so good. Anastasia just knows what they're doing with brows. Like, it's so good. It really looks like drawn on brows for a second. But don't worry, that spoolie does magic. Yeah, truly don't use stress. As long as they're at a similar line where they end in the right place. Because yeah, they look a little crazy. But magic is coming. It's on its way. Look how much better they look already. I like them to be a little bit fluffy, not crazy, but like just have a little bit of something to them. I know that like the tiny brow trend is in, but I love my big brows. They look so good and they still look like quite natural. It's literally just putting in a little bit in those like center bits because I know my tails are nice and I like a natural brow. So yeah, just those little bits right there. Really changing it for me, at least. Last but not least, once again, I'm only using my like go-tos today just because I like to feel a little bit put together, but not doing like a whole face of makeup kind of thing right now. It makes me feel better to put a little bit of effort into my appearance on days that aren't super busy, as well as during times like these where I kind of need to take control of as many things that I feel that I can. I think especially during times of like hyper anxiety or things going on in the world that it feels like there's a lot that I can't control, I'm really grasping at the things that I can. And so doing my makeup and doing my hair is one of the ways that I do that. So that being said, last but not least, my little Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in medium. It's great. I'm nearly done, so I will be visiting Charlotte very soon. This is a go-to. It's so good. And it's such a perfect like pinky nude. Oh, dreamy. There we go. Finished makeup look. It's not a whole ton, but it makes me feel good. So
let yourself get distracted. Allow yourself the opportunity to take your mind off things. It's so important to allow yourself to feel good in spite of the things going on around you or the things that you're dealing with. Finding sources of media that are not social media, like reading books that you like or you have been recommended or you've been looking into, or if you're more of a TV and film kind of person, watch a TV show that is very lighthearted, watch a movie that makes your heart warm. For me, one of my favorite distraction and escape shows at the moment is Great British Bake Off. I think especially Wednesday morning when I was feeling quite horrible, I put on Great British Bake Off for an hour and I just sat there and watched all these really nice people bake some cakes. And like, honestly, in a day that was really hard, it made me feel a lot better. It really lightened my mood and allowed me to feel okay for a while, and like actually allowed me to just like find some joy in that day. Prior, it used to be New Girl. I've rewatched that show a million times and it's almost kind of like a running joke amongst like my loved ones that if I'm watching New Girl, like I really needed some New Girl today. Allow yourself to not have to ingest difficult subject matter all of the time through all sources of media that you consume. I think social media, I'm trying to take a break from being on it as much just because it has been so horrible to be on for the last couple days. The fact is that like first thing in the morning, a lot of times, the first thing that I'll do is open up Instagram instead of reading something, writing something, just taking up space in my own head, meditating. There are so many other things that I can do which would like better my life that I don't do just because I'll immediately go on Instagram. And it's just been so unhelpful for my mental health, especially these last couple days. So I've been trying to wean off it. I got an app on my phone. It's called Screen Zen. Super not sponsored, but it basically just kind of blocks the apps that I overuse, like Instagram or TikTok. It basically blocks those apps from immediately opening when you click them. And I gave myself, I think, 10 allowances to open the app per day for 10 minutes each time. So that way I can be on the app when I want to be, but I'm not just sitting there getting stuck in like a doom scroll kind of thing. Because yeah, I think that's where my mental health gets so foggy, is when I'm just sat looking at this app and I'm just seeing so much negativity, or there's so much comparison. And there's sometimes that I love it in the sense that like I can see so many cool creative people, but I think filtering that is super important, and being aware that if you are sad and you are feeling upset, the algorithm is going to know just based on how long that you're looking at something, which is actually insane. Anyways, this is all to say, allow yourself to ingest some good media, some things that will make you feel good, some things that will allow you to take your mind off the difficulties that you're dealing with. There's just so many things to gain joy from. So allow yourself to have those opportunities to be quote unquote distracted, but more so just to allow you to feel joy in the little things that you enjoy, whether they be monumental or not. The other day, I was speaking with my cousin, Isa, and we were talking about how joy and optimism in the face of difficult moments and feelings and situations is a form of self-care and rebellion. To hold a little bit of light for yourself and for others, and to find good in people still, and to find joy in your everyday, even when it's difficult, is so important, and it will make you a better person, and it will make your life better. The people and the things that make us hurt want us to give up, want us to roll over and not do anything. Allow yourself to see the good things that are happening. If you're solely focusing on the bad, you are going to be of no help and of no use to anybody, including yourself. So in hard times where we may be worried and scared or stressed and sad about certain things, allow yourself to acknowledge the good things that are happening around you and the good things that are happening in this world, the good people around you. Pay attention. It's easy to not notice it, so please take note. That's what I am trying to do. From this point forward, I truly believe that the only way to get through this is to do it together and hold each other up and be there for one another. So I want to support anyone and create that community as much as I can. I'm sending so much love out there, and I just want to like give you all a big squeeze, because that's just all I want. I just want a bit of a squeeze and like some support and kindness. Trying to put all of that out there. Sending so much love and positive vibes, and I hope that you can find joy and have, at the very least, a really good day. See you in the next one.